You're listening to The Practical Wealth Show with Curtis May.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of The Practical Wealth Show. So as I record this, I'm in Pennsylvania, and so the COVID-19 thing is running amok, and schools are shut down. My kids, my daughter's a freshman, as you listen to the show, at Duke, and she already was on spring break, but they extended it a week and then said don't come back. So I was in North Carolina, long story, after we picked her up, and so I went back to the room and squeezed as much stuff as I could get in her, my wife's Corolla, and just drove home this week. So it's crazy. So it's folks, I would say, markets are going crazy, and so what do you do? Hopefully, if you've been listening to us with the private reserve, we've got some money stashed away. You're not worrying about markets because you're, even if your market's going up and down, if you were storing your liquidity in permanent insurance, you're not worried about the stock market. So that's, all we wish we just had more. And so I'm going to record a lesson on the 5 principles of personal finance this week since I'm stuck home. I may go to the office, but I won't, fortunately I already work virtually. So that's not a big challenge. I just won't see anybody in person. And one of the things I would do is look at how you work. Can you telework? Can you develop? This is a great time. So, on the other side of crisis, Chinese silver crisis, and the other side of that is opportunity, right? It's nerve-wracking, it's scary, but, if you can be strong, keep the faith, and keep clear eyes, you can see opportunity. And so, guys, that is what I challenge you to do. The theme of our show is kind of like, don't look for other people to solve your problems. You've got to learn how to solve your problems. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. What are some things that you can do? And I may focus a little bit on health-wise. So let me tell you why that's a concern for me. And also, developing relationships, looking after one another. We have to look after one another. I was in supermarkets and people were still polite, even though there was a little bit of tension, but people were sharing recipes for how you can, with certain materials, you can make your own sanitizer and, that kind of stuff. So that is, we have to pull together. So, we pray that you've been stocking up and you look in on your elderly family and just check in with them. It's a good time to, I was texting a bunch of people just to say, hey, how you doing? How your family? Calling our existing clients. I mean, I'm still open for business. So, if you're, my dad used to tell me, we had our store and we had, in the bar, he said, listen, your store's got to be open. If you can be open for business, then you've got to be open regardless of, what you feel like. And if you want to feel like curling up in a ball into a fetal position, we don't have the luxury to do that. We've got to fight. Some of these, time represents, great opportunities for you to gain market share. If you can stay focused, stay nimble, stay aggressive, from a business standpoint. Personally, let me tell you what's happened with me. So we were, some of you, if you know me, but I don't really share that much. My wife put it on Facebook, so I guess I can say it because, that helped an outpouring of love to help our family. But we were coming home from, she was coming home. She had gone down. I was out of town. She went down to pick up our daughter from school and had a great time. Went from Duke to Durham to Charleston, hung out, Myrtle Beach, Charleston, and on the way back, she started to feel ill. And I'm expecting her back Monday morning. My daughter calls me and said, we're not going to make it home tonight. We got to stop. Mom's not feeling well. And Monday I'm called. I'm thinking that she's going to rest and drive home. Well, she's still not feeling well. So fortunately, there's a hospital across the street. So they go to the hospital. They admit her, and she's got a ruptured appendix. So now we're in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, but we're fortunately shout out to Nash Medical Center in Rocky Mount because it's a great hospital with great staff, and we had to have emergency surgery. So I was down in Durham with my 8-year-old, with my 2 kids up here in Philly for a week, over a little over a week. I got there Monday, I flew down Monday. I didn't think it was that big a deal, so I just hopped on a plane, no bag, not even a toothbrush, just, I had my laptop. I was in the office. So I took my laptop and my cell phone, and that's it. Okay. I had to go to Target and buy some t-shirts and some jeans, some underwear. I know it's TMI, but, it was scary, was reaching out and friends and some clients, to see what they could do, to help. It's a little overwhelming. They, brought food, meals, groceries, so my daughters were up here by themselves, took them out to eat. I mean, it was really, the love. My wife's a great person because she's done a lot of things for a lot of people. So, it's, I think that if you're a good person, good things come back to you. That's what I'm saying, folks. You want to be helpful, love your neighbor as thyself, all that stuff. Yeah, that stuff is true. And so, the good news I found out today as I record this is that I had to leave and come home. So we're down there a week. And so I had to come home and see because now in the midst of this, now all this Corona stuff is breaking out. So I'm seeing people, no toilet papers on the shelves, and I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. And my kids can't go anywhere. And I'm trying to, how do we prep? So people were helping out. I went to the supermarket down in North Carolina just to make sure it wasn't completely Armageddon. It was, it wasn't super crowded, but you need to stock up, guys. And, I'm a baby doomsday prepper, but we have a saying in Philly, lunching, I wasn't on top of it like I need to be. So, but I'll never get caught with, my parents were completely down, but, we'll never get caught with that. So anyway, long story short, she's going to get out tomorrow as I record this. So I'm about to drive back to go get her and bring her home. And, then we got to, coordinate the care from up here. So we're not out the woods yet, but they are going to release her. So, but, so here's the thing, we're both self-employed. Our clients got to work so they can pay us. She's an attorney with cases pending for us. They shut down a lot of the court system, but it's scary because, we've got all this stuff and we're not working. And so, my mind goes, okay, what else can I do? What can I reach out? How can I be helpful? It's, I feel better when I focus on other people's problems anyway. So it's like, here's what you can do with your 401k. Here's, so I'm going to record it. I'll talk about a little bit on this show. And I'm going to record a whole other show. And we're doing, put a link to it, I think, if I can get it out this week too. We're going to do a live broadcast of my mentor, Joe Pandozzi, with my fellow associates and partners from Alpha Omega Wealth, just on, kind of State of the Union, so to speak, and what you can do and just preparing yourself financially to hunker down, right? So look for the link. I'm going to put the link for that if I can in the show notes. And so I just wanted to reach out and have a short episode and say, look, now is the time, I think, to expand. I think you've got an opportunity to learn stuff, to catch up on reading, to, like I'm recording some courses that I've been trying to record that I haven't had time to do. So it's what you want to be able to do is, you got to do some stuff. You get this opportunity to explore working from home, to explore that business opportunity you were thinking about, really not a cash machine. Because I had somebody who was to talk to, I got my 5-year plan. I was like, dude, I don't hear about no 5-year plan. What are you going to do in the next, quarter, right? The next month, the next, with your business to generate money. 5 years, you might not be here 5 years from now. You'll starve to death if you work on a 5-year plan. And he just didn't have the proper urgency, so I had to let him have it. So I had to become Coach Curtis. My sister calls me the party poop. I was like, dude, that's not going to work. Let's talk. So I told him to read Magnetic Marketing. And then I said, listen, read it. The end of the book has a service. He was a contractor, so I had a service business that was a plumber. And he broke it down. I said, look, I'm here for you. It's not going to really do to help you from a client standpoint, but, a changed viewpoint can change your life. So read it, feel free. Listen, if you read it, a few chapters, you can book, and you have this opportunity also, go to my, to the site and schedule a 15-minute appointment. Let's talk. If you are curious about, what should I be doing at a client call? She's older. She says, well, listen, I think I should, I told her she should be saving $200 a month. I helped her restructure her debt so she could do it. And she calls me and asks me, well, you think I should start buying some stock, now that these market prices are going down. I was like, are you crazy? Absolutely not. I said, listen, you don't have any money. You gotta, you know, it's not, you basically equivalent said to me, hey, you think it's a good idea to go to the casino and put it all on roulette wheel? No, 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 no. You need to save money. We need to be more liquid. I'm teaching people to save 15% of their income or more, and I want 6 to 12 months of storage of cash. So you can weather storms and then take advantage of opportunities. So if you're fortunate enough to, your business is not affected or that badly, and if you're still working, folks, you've got to save even more. If you're funding, for example, a 401k past the match, you need to drive. If you're putting in 15% in a 401k, and they match you to 4 or 5, you need to drop that to 4. You need to put that money. You need to create a wealth capture account, wealth coordination account, I like to call it. And so first one is you should be sweeping 15%, 10 to 15 to 20% of your money off the top. So if you get $1,500 a week, then 10% of that will be 150. 20% of that will be 300, right? 250. What is 15% be 200, 250, something like that. But what happens is you need to sweep that right off the top into your savings account, right? That is the start of the game. You got to earn, you got to work, you got to save. Save. Not the 401k is not saving. Okay, speculate. And you see where that's got you as you see what the markets have done. So all of that crap is an illusion. All right. And so you need to save money, not making money. Not winning, not losing is winning, folks, in this environment. And so opportunities will present themselves if you will, get the time, because what makes money is you becoming an expert at something and then exploiting that, figuring out how to solve other people's problems that they will write you a check for. So focus on learning new stuff. Focus on, YouTube University. I like affiliate marketing, network marketing, learning how to, build an audience, learning how to solve a problem. I'm going to share some stuff nutritionally of a company I've been using personally, but that right now there's ways to strengthen your immune system. If you're on my newsletter list, I just sent out a newsletter on 10 things you do to prevent coronavirus, right? I'm going to put a link to a Facebook webinar I was on that talked about that. And then I will give you a link where you can go and look at the products they mentioned. It's my link, and full disclosure, it's my affiliate program. But, I'm doing it. I've been buying stuff. And so I want people to at least, understand the information out there. There's information out there, instead of waiting, hiding to see if the boogeyman is going to get you, you can make yourself stronger. You can strengthen your immune system so you don't get it. Okay. You arm your body to fight it so you don't have compromised immune system because you're not eating right, because you're not supplementing, because you're stressed out, all that stuff. So I would work on that, be with your family. Don't just sit around the house doing nothing. If it's a nice day, get out in the sunshine and go for a walk. Keep your social distancing. And so I want to challenge you guys to develop a cash machine. Listen, look out for each other. And so we're going to have a few more shows coming. I think I want to keep it short for today. And I just want to I care about you. I want to thank you so much for listening and supporting the Practical Wealth Show. And folks, get out there and get some information. I saw interesting YouTube on, not YouTube. Yeah, it was YouTube, I think, on Ron Paul. Because, one of the things, this is Curtis May, the conspiracy guy, right? That one of the things he says is that, and he's a doctor, right? And, one of the things the government says, never let a good crisis go to waste. So, people are like, basically call it for martial law. What you do is you don't let people take your freedom because you're scared, because you're never going to get it back. So, stay woke, as we say, and, be careful, wash your hands. I got my 8-year-old practicing. All right. And it was Nally. What do? You wash your hands. How long? 20 seconds. All right. And don't touch your face or that kind of stuff. So we're practicing that. I got my kids taking 1,000 cc's of vitamin C a day, vitamin E. What's the other one? Zinc, I'm ordering some essential oils that will kill the bugs. There's a couple other things that you hear about on the video, but that's the kind of stuff. See, those are being proactive things. Those are things that you can do. You just gotta, a lot of information is out there. It's nothing new under the sun. So it's a virus, and there are things your body is created to expel viruses. Expel illness, but you got to give it the tools and the energy and the strength to be able to perform for you the way you need to. So that's what I'm choosing to do. I'm not a doctor. So I'm not giving medical advice. I don't give investment advice on stocks. But what I want to do is I believe in principles. There are principles to money. There are principles to health. And as Jim Rohn says, most people don't have a money problem; they have a philosophy problem. So philosophy, nutritionally, financially, spiritually, relationship, this is a great time to work on all that stuff. So guys, go out there, be safe. We are still open. So the Practical Wealth Show will be on the air. We're going to get through this thing and keep fighting, keep attacking, keep gaining market share, protect yourself, and have an opportunity to go out there. You got to play defense, but every now and then you're going to be able to steal the ball and go down for a layup. So stay ready. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Practical Wealth. To access the show notes and resources, go to practicalwealthshow.com. To get your questions on the show, go to practicalwealthshow.com. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Before you make any investment decisions, consult a professional. This show is copyrighted by Practical Wealth. Written permission must be granted before syndication or rebroadcasting.